Good morning to everyone here. We are happy to be here and we can't wait till tomorrow. I want to start thanking the whole Danish football system for giving us this support. We've been feeling not only around this World Cup, but previous. And we are very happy to represent the whole country and the football clubs and all involved in Danish football. We are very proud to represent you at this stage. I want to thank all the fans. We know most of you are home. The ones who are here, thank you very much for showing up and giving us the support. And also back home, we really appreciate the pictures we get, and hopefully we'll get the next days, the next weeks from back home. Thank you very much for your big support. We are playing against Tunisia, first opening match. I have great respect for Tunisian football. I know how passionate it is and how big football is in Tunisia. We know the players very well. We followed their campaign and the big emotions and also the quality they have. We have great respect for that team, for Tunisia as a football country, and we can't wait to play tomorrow. And we know that they will be superior off the pitch, on the stands. There will be a lot of Tunisian spectators, and we hope we can show that we are the better team on the pitch. We have great respect, as I said. We can't wait to get started this tournament. For us, it's been some long days. Normally we don't have much time, but we are ready. The whole squad is ready to go, and we can't wait to get started. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open the floor for questions. The gentleman.
Hello. Ariel Ulsada from TV2 Norway. A question for the coach and for Simon Kjær. Some people are suggesting that it would be quite weak for the teams that have said that they will wear the One Love armband to change that because of financial sanctions or sanctions related to a yellow card, for example. First of all, what's your thoughts on that, and what sanction would you be willing to take in order to wear the armband?
So first of all, I think it's not up to the players. This is not a player's decision. Imagine going on the pitch with a clear yellow card to start with. That is not possible, and we have to make sure that it's not up to the players to make that decision. We've played with this armband before. That means under UEFA. And we'll see. I think there will be taking for all the countries that said that they will play with it. Let's see later today what happens. But of course, sports sanctions, not only economical sanctions, but also sanction that leads to something that has to do with sports, the results, yellow card. We cannot ask the players to go on the pitch with that, and I don't think it's a player's decision. I think it's our federation. It's our decision.
I'm fine by that.
Next, please. Yep. Can we have the mic here? Excuse me. Can we have the mic here, please? Row number 2. Yep. Thank you.
Is that working? Yes, sorry. Gentlemen, huge game tomorrow. The eyes of the world will be on Denmark after their performances recently. And of course, because potentially Christian Eriksen playing on the world stage, the last time he was on a stage of this magnitude, we all know what happened. How much of a boost has it been for you to have him here? How much excitement is there within the camp? And obviously you shared his pain, you shared his joy, and that's coming through what he did. I mean, what impact does Christian's appearance here with you make to the team, make to the mood of the nation, possibly?
I think Christian, with his qualities, says everything. We are all happy and thankful for Christian is here after what happened. But as a football player, probably one of the best I've ever seen in terms of quality, love for the game, and just hanging around with the. I think he appreciated maybe more than us. So we love having Christian by our side, and every minute he plays, it's only a plus for Denmark.
Yeah, I can only say before the Euros, before everything happened with Christian, I said he was the heart and the heartbeat of the team. When he plays, he has a fantastic way of taking decision of the rhythm of the game, feeling the game, and controlling the game with his passing, with his intelligence, with his vision, and also his work ethic. So number one is it's great to have Christian back, and also the person. He's a fantastic player, but he's an even better person. And both on and off the pitch, he gives us so much. And just having him back, I remember the time where he came back in March, just first minutes, and he scored against Holland in Amsterdam. And from that on, we had him back, and he was back to the team. And it's just a pleasure to work with Christian as well. As Simon says, just yesterday in training, we decided to not to do much. Not a lot of intensity, but Christian just keeps training and playing with the ball and kicking, and you have to drag him out of the pitch every day. So he just loves playing. The love for the game is the most important thing for Christian.
Any other questions? Can we have the... Yes?
Martin Borg fra Berlingske. Jeg vil gerne spørge Kasper Schmeichel, om du kan prøve...
I'd like to ask Kasper Schmeichel, could you say what it's like as a player to go in for this opening match at the World Cup? I know you're well prepared about Tunisia, but what are your thoughts as you enter the stadium? And there might be unknown factors in another country, right? So slightly different. So what are your thoughts?
Du svarer på engelsk, så der bliver der kan forstå det.
You can reply in Danish or English, that's fine.
Coming into any major tournament, there's all sorts of emotions. There's a lot of excitement, particularly as we qualified quite early. So we've had a long time to kind of get ready for this. There's been so much talk and so much speculation, but to now actually just be able to focus on football and know that tomorrow is the kickoff. That's something I've personally looked forward to a lot in terms of conditions and the pitches and stadiums. All these things are something we're used to playing different places. We're used to the travel. We're used to, having to be a dime. So that's not really a massive factor. We'll see the pitch today, and I think for any player that's probably the most important thing is the pitch. The stadiums and all the other stuff isn't really the focus when it comes to the game. It's mostly about how the team's functioning and those kind of things. And yeah, we've had some great days training. The mood is great, and we just can't wait to get started now.
Yes, please. Over here. Yep. Go ahead.
Hi, Patrick Ridge from Stats Perform. This is a question for Kasper. Hjulmand, the coach. Obviously, Denmark had such success at Euro 2020, coming so close. What is success at this tournament? What are the targets?
Yeah, I'm not very good at goal setting or KPIs like that. We have to go to the quarterfinals unless it's that's our aim. No, our dream is to win something. So when you go into a tournament, I think this group of players has the quality to win, and I mean win everything. Are we the favorites? No. I think still we have something to improve in our squad, in our game, but we can beat everyone on the day. And we have a very strong self-confidence. We have a very good group of players working well together. And of course, the best way of winning everything, I think, is to dream big and actually say that we go into a tournament to win it. and then focus on what's right in front of you. And the first thing that's in front of us, it's a very difficult game against Tunisia. Then we'll see from there. One game at a time, but we have a good feeling, we're in a good position, we're ready to attack, and let's see what happens.
Can we have the microphone for the front seat, please? No?
ناصر خالد تست ناصر خالد مراسل موقع كورة ناصر خالد from Makora from Lebanon. Coach, do you think that your team's chance of winning the tournament are strong? And first and second ask question, who are the toughest team in the group?
First question again, are we ready to
win the competition?
To win the, yeah, as I just said, I don't think you can consider us the biggest favorites. I think we have something still, a gap to close when we look at the best nations. But does that mean we cannot beat them on a day? No, I think we can. We've shown it the last years that we are able to beat everyone if we play well, if we do our best. And we believe in ourselves. We believe that when we go to the pitch, we can express ourselves the way we play, our strong identity, and then by doing that, I think we have a good opportunity to beat everyone. And then let's see, one game at a time, as I just said. The group, I have to say, it's 3 very different games. It's 3 very different opponents with different styles of play, and each of them have their difficulties. Obviously, I consider France of one of the best teams in the world. If you look at the talent they have, they are the reigning champions. But all games are very, very difficult. We played Australia 4 years ago, and it was a tough game. Tunisia, first time now in a World Cup, and we have great respect for Tunisia. We know the strong side, but we also have confidence that if we do our things, we have a good chance of winning. So that's where we are right now.
Yes, please.
Et spørgsmål til Kasper Schmeichel og Simon Kjær sidder herovre.
A question to Kasper Schmeichel and Simon Kjær. I know 4.5 years is a long time in football, but you did play an opening match in Russia against Peru, a very different country. It went okay in terms of the result, but it was a difficult match. What did you learn from that? Anything you've learned from it that you can use now? Well, the thing of it is,
World Cup games or European Cup games are just something different. They have their own life, they have their own build up to the games. It's very important that you get good confidence into the game, and then you play the game. There are so many games in the games, in small situations where you have to take your chances, like we did against Peru. We were also a bit lucky in some situations, but in these games you need that. I think Peru in that time surprised us a bit with the quality and with the speed of the game. So that shouldn't be a factor tomorrow. At least we learned from that, and hopefully we can bring it for tomorrow. But like Kasper said earlier, we have great respect for Tunisia, and we're looking forward to it.
Go ahead.
Det Christoffer Roth fra TV2 Danmark.
Yeah, from TV2 Denmark. Question to you, Kasper Hjulmand. If there is a risk that Simon Kjær would get a yellow card if he wears that armband, will he wear it?
Will be made later this afternoon when we have some clear answers. We don't consider risk a factor here. We have to know exactly, and then we'll see what will be the outcome. So I think the decision will be made later today.
Bonjour, est-ce que je peux poser la question en français? Can I make it?
Could I ask a question in French?
Okay, so I make it in English. Thank you. You're facing Tunisia tomorrow, which maybe is the weakest opponent in the group, but things are going to go very quickly after, because the game versus France is in 5 days. I know that you will tell me that you are focused on Tunisia, but doesn't exist a small risk to think about France the next game because the first place? seems to be played in this game. So is there a risk about that?
First of all, I don't consider teams like that. This is the weakest, this is the strongest. No, I think it's very important to be focused on what's right in front of you. So right now it's about Tunisia and winning that. If we just have thoughts about the next match against France, it's not the right way of doing it. So we are 100% focused on Tunisia. When we played that one, let's see about France. And that's how we go to in this tournament. So obviously we are ready to face our opponents, and Tunisia is a very difficult opponent, and we have to do our very best to have a chance of winning. So that's our focus.
Please.
Hello, this is a question for French TV2 from Canal+. Do you think this is logical? Maybe there will be a sanction if you take the armband tomorrow?
If it's a logical...
Do you think it will be normal decision from FIFA to make a sanction if you decide to take it?
No, I don't think so. I cannot see that message is something controversial. We already played with it, so it's not like something for the World Cup. It's something we've done before, so I don't see the problem.
Sorry, question in Arabic. Karim Makhdi من صحفي من إذاعة ديوانة.
Karim Makhdi from the Tunisian radio. So Kasper Schmeichel, how? My question is to Kasper Schmeichel and then one to the coach. How do you think the Tunisian audience will be, or spectators will be, in the stadiums tomorrow in Doha? Because we see that there is 40,000 tickets sold out already for tomorrow. Do you think that this will affect you? And do you know this already, or is this new? And will it affect your game against the Tunisian team, an Arab team in an Arab country? And it's very close to the North African conditions and to the Latin American conditions. The second question, who will be playing on the right side or on the right wing of the Danish team tomorrow? Thank you.
Well, all I'll say is Simon talked before about we had an experience in Russia against Peru where probably 98% of the fans were from Peru. So I'm expecting something similar tomorrow, given the amount of Tunisian people that live in Qatar. Whether it's a factor for us, no. We've done it before. It's not something that's going to come as a surprise to us. We've played in stadiums before without any of our own fans being able to be there. So we have a lot of experience in this area, and yeah, I don't think that's going to be a factor.
The same thing, and I can't tell you who's playing on the right wing.
Thank you. We have time for two more questions. Gentleman here.
Yeah, thanks again. Sorry to go back to the... I'm sorry, I'm in front of you, Kasper. Go back to the armband thing. Can I just read you Article 3 of FIFA statutes? FIFA is committed to respecting all internationally recognised human rights and shall strive to promote the protection of these rights. Reading that, how can anyone say that what you're planning to do is wrong?
I hear you. So I say the same thing, and not because, also because this is not something invented for this occasion. It's something we've done before. One Love armband, I can't see the problem, to be honest. So for me, it's also a big question mark.
Go ahead.
Hi. I'm Lionel Pitet for Le Temps in Switzerland. Speaking about coaching and football philosophy, there are a lot of innovation and new ideas that we can see in the Danish leagues. We can also see a few of Danish coaches bringing their ideas abroad. My question is, do you feel that there is some kind of a Danish coaching school? And if yes, which are his particularities? Thank you.
Yeah, I think Danish football altogether has been in a fantastic development. We were very late in having professional football and building organizations professionally. We were very late in, when I started coaching in '98 in the youth, there were no people hired as youth coaches in Denmark, not one full-time coaches. So from there, it has really been a very good development in Danish football, in the academies, in youth academies, in the way we structure football. The clubs has been working well with the federation, and I think also a coach like Morten Olsen, who came in and did a fantastic job in the way to push football in a direction, and also had a lot of thoughts about the next generation and kids football, grassroots football, connecting the player development with the coach development. And I think he's been an inspiration for a lot of things that has happened later on. And yeah, we are a group of coaches who like each other as colleagues. We are also, like our players, able to adapt to other countries, because we're a small country. We have to be able to adapt to other cultures and organizations. And I think we have a good school. I think we can do even better. So I think we have much more to do in the future, but we have a very, very good progression in Danish football the last 10, 15 years for sure.
We'll take one last question from the gentleman.
Harafet Habrouni, Foot24 from Tunisia. A question for the coach and then for Schmeichel. Coach, Denmark didn't face any African team since, let's say, years, and it didn't face African teams in this friendly match. So do you think it can be kind of disadvantage for Denmark facing an African team for the first time since, let's say, years? My question for Schmeichel, in your Premier League journey, you faced and you played with some Tunisian players. Talking about, for example, Johan Benalwen, who played a little bit in Leicester City. So what is your opinion about Tunisian players and the Tunisian mentality? Thank you.
Yeah, so first of all, the day after, I think we were the second country to secure the spot of the World Cup, and the day after I asked for test matches for the March window. And I have very strong contacts in Ghana. It's my second home, my African brothers in Ghana. And we tried to set up match with an African team or a South American team in that March window, but it was not possible. We did everything we could. There were also important matches to be played in Africa. There were some playoff games, and only a few African nations were able to play test matches, and we didn't get one. But I think we are in a very good position of playing different types of opponents. I think that the team has developed the confidence of our own game and also the ability to adapt in the match. So we are ready, but we tried.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Johan there. Johan is a good friend. He was a good teammate, a very professional guy. He didn't get quite that much playing time. That wasn't really due to him. That was probably due to the guys in front of him having really good spells. But every time he was called upon, he was a fantastic player. Very committed, very brave. Liked to tackle very hard. Yeah, he was a pleasure to be around in the dressing room. Yeah, my impressions are very good.
All right. Thank you very much. We have come to the end of the press conference. Please take note, the team Denmark trains today at 4:30 at Isala SC2. The first 50 minutes are open to the media. With that, we thank